una copa y me acerco a tu boca. Mi cuerpo negro es puro chantaje, puro chantaje.
Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show.
Este es el show de la mañana con Helio Piedra y la bandida.
Este es el show de la mañana, el show.
¡Eso! Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a los últimos minutos de la última hora del show de la mañana. En estos momentos vamos a estar cambiando a inglés. We're gonna switch back to English again because we feel honored and humbled to have with us once again. I think you came once, Chief Inspector Kearney, Jamie Kearney. Welcome. How are you doing this wonderful March 30th?
It's been a great day, so I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. No, the honor is all ours.
Yes.
To have you guys back with our WhatsApp in GMB with GPD. That's our segment. What happened in GMB with GPD. And today, I understand that we're going to talk about school safety and safety regarding our cars and all of that. So let's talk about our topics today, and especially school safety is such a heavy topic, important matter to discuss today based on what just happened this past Monday in Nashville, Tennessee. So what do you have to say about that a little bit?
So for the Gainesville Police Department, this is one of our highest priorities. We have an officer in every school within the city limits. We take it very seriously. It includes our elementary schools and our high schools. And we routinely practice and do drills, not only with the schools themselves, but also with the officers that work within the schools and our shifts. So we can have been preparing, learning from other events, not only here. You can talk about Sandy Hook Elementary School. You can talk about Nashville, the most recent incident. But really, a lot of the information that we get on things like this comes from the public. So our recommendation always is if you see something suspicious in or around a school, you guys drop your kids off every day. You know what's normal. You know what's correct. And if something's out of place, you need to notify someone immediately and not think you're bothering us. A lot of times we hear, we don't want to bother the police. You have too much to do. But school safety is of our utmost concern.
Or sometimes a person thinks, maybe I'm overreacting or overthinking. But if it is something that bothers you, I truly believe what you just say, call them. I mean, they will do what they have to do, in order to check if everything is okay. And as there is that popular saying, see something, say something.
Yes.
So,
Chief Inspector, you just mentioned drills and school training and that stuff. What type of drills? We could be more specific about that.
So there's a program that the Gainesville Police Department has subscribed to along with the Alachua County School Board called I Love You. And it is a program that actually is focused on an incident that happened in the United States, and a curriculum was developed. We used to do something called ALICE training. It's the same thing. But our school board and us partner very closely together in order to prepare for school safety. So we're very proud of that partnership, and we're very proud of our school resource officers and their diligence and excellence in terms of this.
That is awesome. No, you guys are actually doing a wonderful job, with the schools and the different programs. And actually, I have seen an increase in police presence in most schools, especially high schools, I know colleges, they have their own department, but in the high schools and preschools, I see a lot of, sometimes even multiple police vehicles. With just having a police vehicle is already, is an alert. If someone is trying to do something that is not right, they will think it twice.
Exactly.
And that's already good to have you guys
Yo los he
and
visto
have that police
estacionados
presence.
allí permanentemente en las escuelas.
Exacto,
Las
sí.
patrullas de los policías.
Exacto, eso
Sí.
es prácticamente lo que estaba diciendo para traducirlo, de que es muy bueno tenerlos ya ahí, porque el hecho de que una persona esté pensando por un instante hacer algo malo, ya sea para los niños, un trabajador o lo que sea, a veces hasta las propias parejas o exparejas de personas que son trabajadoras actuales de esa escuela toman represalia y al final los inocenticos son los que pagan los platos rotos. So basically what I'm saying, Chief Inspector, is that sometimes we even have ex-partners of people that they are working at certain schools and they want to do some harm to their exes. And at the end of the day, innocent people, they end up actually paying for that without having anything to do with the matter, you know. So it is great to have that police presence in our schools because, again, police, the school safety, it is a priority. Our kids are number one priority. So we really appreciate you guys for those programs. And as a matter of fact, now this question come to my mind because the other day, someone from the audience asked me about this. Are you guys doing the Junior Police Academy once again?
The
Junior Police Academy?
Absolutely. This summer we will be doing 2 weeks. So, so yes, we will have that, and I think the details of that will actually come out very soon. And I believe you have to be, over a certain age. So I'm not quite sure. I don't run the program, but I could get you those details.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Así que la academia para sus niños, que se llama Junior Police Academy, es para niños pequeños, pero hay una cierta edad, o sea, hay un rango, no es como para todos los niños, pero si su niño pues tiene las calificaciones, la edad que es correcta, le vamos a dar saber también en español e inglés para que usted sepa cuándo es. So, now we got a question from the audience. Let me translate this because the question is in Spanish. She said, I have curiosity, let me read it in Spanish first. Tengo curiosidad si en estos casos donde han habido tiroteos en las escuelas tienen un policía asignado o no es el caso. Okay, so the question is in the cases that these cases like just happened in Nashville, what just happened was horrible, that they have a shooting at the school. This school, they had a police assigned to that school, or they didn't have any police presence at all?
I don't have that information to know what happened there. But what I can tell you is in the state of Florida, after the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas incident that occurred in South Florida, we've received legislation that mandates that there's a school guardian or a police officer in every school. And if the numbers of attendees to that school exceeds 1,000, we have to add another officer. So in the state of Florida, because of that, they treat it very seriously. Now, in that incident, I apologize, I don't know all of the details. And I'm sure in the weeks and months to come, those will become unfolded. But for us, we make sure that we are definitely there and prepared.
And I feel like that's why people have to know how it works in their city, because every police department works different. Yeah. Every state have different legislation, have different requirements. So it's not the same what happened here in Florida that what could happen in Tennessee or California is totally different, Colorado. So try to get, how would I say, try to get informed about what it is in your community, how it works. Do they have present or they don't have present? Do they have a department themselves or they belong to the city department? So in that way, that person can be clear and protect their kids as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I understand that you also wanted to talk about the safety regarding our cars, right?
Absolutely. So one of our number one crimes here in the city of Gainesville is conveyance burglary, where someone breaks into a car. Now, I will tell you in more than 80% of our cases, those cars are unlocked. So meaning someone just walks up to the car, checks the door handle, and the door handle's open. And they're taking items out of that car. Last year, we had more than 100 firearms stolen from people walking around and checking door handles on cars. And we're able to retrieve those firearms. Our concern is about gun safety and gun violence. So if we could get people to lock their cars, lock up their firearms and not leave them in a vulnerable place, we really could prevent a lot of crime that's happening in the city.
And I have a question. Let's say someone got, his gun stolen. What happened if your gun got stolen from your car? Is there any ticket? Do you go to prison? What is next for you?
So as the victim, there are no repercussions for reporting anything that was stolen from your car. I will tell you, in legislation right now, they're proposing a bill that actually would have some sanctions for that, because we recognize that those stolen guns get into the hands of individuals who don't know how to handle them, who end up using them for other crimes, and we want to avert that from happening. But what I will tell you, we recommend and tell every victim of a crime to call us and report it, so then we know that that gun no longer belongs to them. And if we find it on somebody else, we know that it's stolen. It's important, though, many people do not keep serial numbers handy of valuable items. If I was to ask you right now, what's the serial number on your telephone, I don't know if you'd be able to provide that. Say you got your phone, you threw the box out, you never took even a screenshot or a photo of that serial number. We have laptops go missing. We have televisions go missing from burglaries. And our recommendation at the police department always is to find all the most valuable items in your home, take your cell phone, snap a photo, keep it in the cloud or wherever you keep your photos stored. So if your phone got stolen, you'd be able to access it at a later time. But those serial numbers, those MEIN numbers, those help us track down stuff, especially with cell phones when we can locate them off of your number, right? So a lot of our recommendations are to do that, because in our fast-paced world, we forget. And even us. So, we're...
Awesome. Well, Chief Inspector, we want to thank you. We're running out of time, actually, but we want to thank you so much for, making it happen today. Once again, for coming back to our segment with you guys every other Thursday. Cada otro jueves estamos aquí con nuestro Departamento de Policía de la ciudad de Gainesville, Florida. Any last message that you would like to share? A few words with our community as we approach the weekend. Today is Thursday already. Can you believe that it's Thursday already?
This week has flown by. So 2 words of advice. First one is lock it or lose it. Your homes, your cars, everything valuable. The second thing is enjoy the weekend. The weather's supposed to be great.
Para resumirle a nuestra gente en español, el primer consejo que el chief nos recomienda es cerrar nuestros carros, cerrar nuestras puertas de las casas, agarrar el serial number, el serial número de nuestro teléfono, de nuestra laptop, de any device that we have. En caso de que se pierda, podemos tener acceso a él. Y mantenernos pues siempre muy orientados y muy informados de cómo trabaja nuestra ciudad para poder estar safe.
Super, así que mi gente, muchas gracias. Thank you, our Gainesville Police Department. Gracias, mi gente, por disfrutar una vez más aquí con Helio, este servidor, La Bandida y Maffer. Y ahora nuestro Chief Inspector Jamie Cornick de El Show
de la Mañana.
Nos vemos la próxima.
Chao, chao.
La emisora que te hace vibrar.
Dale candela.